everyone, welcome back. This is Pred Pool. I'm doing another review. It's been a while. It usually takes a couple of months for me to keep doing reviews. So today I'm doing Loyal Subjects, Los Angeles, Leonardo, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Now I'm going to admit, I'm not a big Ninja Turtle fan. I don't collect all four turtles. From this license, the only thing I collect is Shredder and Leonardo. So those are my two favorite characters from that line. I don't go into much of the rest of the figures, but I saw this figure at Target. They had it for $18 and change, so I went ahead and picked him up since he is one of my characters that I do enjoy collecting. So here he is in the package. So he has quite a bit, and you can see pretty much all his accessories in the window. He even has a swoosh effect that comes for his sword or swords. Then here's his side art, and it's two different art that is on the box. Now I know there was, I think it was a San Diego version which had a wash on it. So this is the general release. So it just, no added wash added to the figure. But from what I see in the packaging, seems pretty good. So in the back you have here something they can read, features, articulations, and so forth. So yeah, it's pretty neat. So let's go ahead and take this thing out of the package and see how this figure is. Okay, so I'll be right back. Alright, so here's Leo out of the box, pretty much as is. The only thing different that he doesn't have on the box is his the back part of his bandana. I went ahead and put that on there now, but it is considered, I guess, as an accessory. He has two of them, so I'll show that in a bit. So let's just quickly go over articulation. I did kind of mess just a little bit when I took him out of the box, and it is tight. So, but he can get the T-pose. So that's pretty decent. His head, you can't move back. So his head scope in the back doesn't allow for that range. If you're daring enough, you can probably Dremel a little bit of a curve back here, and you'll get that range if you want to do that. But as is, no. Unfortunately, they did not make the figure for you to do that. Now, to look down, he does look quite a bit. So he does have that nice range down. But, being a ninja, you kind of want him to look up quite a bit. So when he does those leaps and, looking up, people jumping at him and so forth. So, yeah, that's that. As far as his legs, they extend really nice. He's got the whole Van Damme, as everybody's well known for when this kind of pose, Van Damme pose. Moving up, he goes as far as this, and as far as back, he has quite a bit. But bear in mind, he's a turtle, so he has his shell. To that point that he doesn't really have. He does have. If you notice here, he does have a joint in his waist, which you can turn a little bit within this shell, but not a whole lot. But it's there. You just have to kind of work with it if you want to move him a little bit, but you're not going to get a whole lot. Again, he's a turtle, so you kind of have to understand, like, if you're using a knight or someone who's armored, they're not going to be exactly very versatile. So there's that. His hands, they do rotation. Good. However, let me pop this out. His joint here is fairly small. Let me see if I can focus. So it's kind of, don't really get to move it as much, and the way his hand is designed, the socket here, and we can see he has the outside here, which impedes a whole lot of movement as far as the up and down. He gets a little bit, but not a whole lot. It's not horrible, but we all seen better. Let's put it that way. Same for the other hand. As far as his feet, they move down just a little bit, and just not much out of up. He does have a slight rocker, So as far as articulation, it's, you know, it's kind of like, it always contradicts itself. You have a ninja turtle. Turtles are armored, you know, not known for being agile, but he's a ninja. So you want both worlds, but you know, they collide. But I am happy so far, you know. Oh, his elbows. I didn't mention this. Oh, he is double jointed elbows. It's likewise as his knees. His knees do move quite well. You can touch his butt, turtle butt. And as far as his elbows, very nice range. So there's some great articulation, and there's some areas that could have some improvement. But yeah, definitely compared to other figures from other lines, this is a very decent addition to get. Now let's talk about accessories. He does have another head sculpt. It's more of a neutral one. This one is like he's angry, ready, you know, he's in the middle of a battle. He comes with this one here, neutral. And I put the other headband part in the back on already. And in the box, both headbands come separate. So there we go. So it has yellow eyes there. And this one, he is full rage, so he doesn't have any pupils. And this one here. Let's see if we can focus. Not being cooperative. There we go. Alright. Accessories, he has, aside from his two gripping hands he already comes with on, he has these two additional ones. Okay, these are more for his like, I guess his knives maybe, which I'll show in a bit. And he has this one and this one for both hands, both sides, both arms. So he got those. Then he has two wide open hands. Okay, so that's like, again, if he's like reaching out, or you know, just kind of like a ninja move, etc. He has these two, I want to call them daggers, knives, that he can use instead of his swords. Let's see, there we go. And just very nice paint detail. So really, I really like how these came out. Speaking of swords, I'll take one of the ones on the back out, and this is how it looks. Let's see. There we go. So not too bad. And let's go ahead and put one on one of his hands. You get a really decent grip on here, so you don't have to worry about it falling out when you're doing your poses. But he does have a weird pose or way holding it with his fingers. It's just, I don't know, very alien-like, I want to say. But yeah, it's on there. That sword is not coming out, but it's odd. Now, let's say you're not too much of a fan of that. Let's see if this sword will work on the other gripping hand. So here's the other one, which is kind of like a pinching one. And does fit, and it looks, yeah, it looks more normal. So if you're not too crazy about the other hand, you have this option also. Now with the swords, there's a nice two swoosh type effects. You get two of these. There. Here they are. And they're both slightly different. So it's not a copy. They went out of the way to make two different swoosh effects, which is pretty neat. So we're going to put one on one of the swords. That's how it looks. I'm gonna put it back in his hand. One second. All right, here we go. All right, so that's pretty neat, especially with that expression that he has, that he's screaming, or rage. Now his bandana just fell off again for me, so there we go. All right, so let's do some comparisons. All right, I'm gonna be right back. All right, so here's some comparisons. Here we have a Playmates version, early 2000s. And then next to it, we also have another Royal Subjects. Now, my understanding is this one that they use was actually a mold from another company. I forgot what company that was. This is horrible. This one is a horrible one as far as articulation. If you just want this certain look and you have a little statue of this certain look for him from this company, go ahead, but he has horrible articulation. This one blows this one out of the water, as far as comparison within the same company. So just to give you that heads up. Again, I only got him just because of his look. I didn't know he was going to be that bad as far as articulation, but that's a different story. So anyway, here's a comparison height. Again, Playmates, another one from Loyal Subjects. Now let's compare with two from NECA. Here we have the one from the movie. Here we go. We got movie Leo. And if you have this one, you know he has great articulation. And it's pretty good in height. And then we also have from NECA the one that is from their version of the cartoon. And here we go. Hold up, let me see if I can get in position right. Here we go. Not looking too good there. All right, there we go. So he is smaller than either one. So that's, just to give you an idea, especially, the head sculpt, you definitely can tell that difference. But again, the Ninja Turtles, depending, whether it be cartoon, comics, etc., they change their looks all the time. So just to give you an idea, if you're a big fan of them, you should know this already. That's what happens. All right. Let's see. Now let's just do one more comparison. Actually, let's do two more comparisons. First, let's do with Marvel. So here's Marvel Daredevil. Just so you can compare with the Marvel Legends size. So he is, again, smaller than Marvel Legends. But Ninja Turtles, they range as far as height, depending on the outlet, whether it be comics, movies, etc. Oops. Here's Elektra. Let me go ahead and put Leo back up. Alright. And I keep knocking them all down. Alright. But here we go. I think we're going to get it now. Here we go. There, we got it. Alright, so there's against next to Marvel Legends. Now, if you want to keep within the animal, as far as realm and so forth, I'm going to now do one more comparison. And here we have a custom I used from Animal Wars of the Kingdom. Again, a samurai outfit in a different head sculpt. And then here is Lexian, who is my favorite right so far from that line. All right, so just again to give you an idea of this figure, would I recommend him? I say for the price point, at Target they had them for 18 and change, like I mentioned in the beginning, and the amount of accessories, the articulation on this figure is decent for what it is. And if you're a Ninja Turtle fan, I don't think you'll really be that highly disappointed in this figure at all. So I plan to take quite a few pictures down the line. So I hope this review was helpful. Whether if you see this figure in Target or any other store or online, etc. And I hope it's helpful. Alright, so enjoy collecting the figures. Don't let anybody, bring you down in any way, so forth. Yes, do your thing. Whether it be you going on social media, posting pics, commenting, or, do what I do once in a blue moon, put a video, or if you're consistent that you put a video every day, every week, etc. Point is, you do what makes you happy. Alright? So, if you just like seeing other people's pictures of their figures and you collect them and you just watch other people do stuff and that's your thing, hey, if it makes you happy, do it. Alright? So, anyways, I hope this was helpful and hopefully I'll see you soon with another review. Take care.